Here we are going for the line coding technique. So here line coding technique, there are some line coding techniques, some are unipolar, some are bipolar. And these techniques we are using for the transmission. Based on the requirement, there are some requirements. So whatever your simple data, which is maybe in the form of TTL, that is 0 and 5. 0 is the logic 0, 0 volt as logic 0, and 5 volt as logic 1. So that has been changed with some variations, and accordingly that has been done. So 5, 6 line coding techniques are there. These are very simple. If you will understand how it works, then accordingly you can understand. So the very first is return to 0, RZ. So in the RZ, so that is unipolar and bipolar. So what is unipolar and bipolar? We will just discuss. So this unipolar RZ, return to 0. So there is also a return to 0 RZ version unipolar line code, which is logically high, that is binary 1, and the single voltage return to 0, that is the halfway through the time. Now you can just see here. Now in every line coding, you will have a reference as the line, reference as the clock. So this is what the clock, and this is what the data, okay, which you have to convert. So the data is converted into this return to 0 or non-return to 0. Now here this is the clock. So after completing one clock, positive half cycle and negative half cycle, this clock is there. 1 minute. Here this is the clock. So in one clock, that is the positive and negative, after the this positive and this negative, there is one bit data 0 or 1 by doing this, okay. And this is what return to 0, okay. Now return to 0 means what? This is what the coding technique. Now this is 1. So in the half, if there is the positive, now this is the positive, in the half of the pulse, it will return to 0. It will go 1. This is, it will go to high level, that is positive voltage, and it will return to 0. And this is what 0, so it remains 0. This is 0, it remains 0. Then again 1 is there. So again for the half of the part, half of the pulse, it will go high. Okay, so from here, for the half of the pulse, here you can see it will go high, and again it will return to 0. For 0, it remains 0. Again for the 1, it will go high for half of the pulse. Again it will come back. Again for half of the pulse, again it will return back, and again for half of the pulse, it will return back. Again the same thing is there. So when there is a 1, there is a half pulse, means whatever the clock cycle is there. So for the clock cycle, one positive half, it is there. So this technique is called return to 0. This is what a return to 0 technique. Okay. So this return to 0 technique is very common and general. Okay. So nothing great in this. Here you have to just understand the concept. So this is return to 0. Then we will go further. Now we'll just see that what are the advantages. So the advantages of unipolar. Now what is unipolar? Now here this is the 0 and positive. I have taken this is 0 volt and positive. So polarity is 1, only positive polarity. So it is called unipolar. So this is unipolar RZ. So what is the advantage? Simple to implement. As this is, it will go for the half of the pulse and come back. So it is simple to implement. So the additional transition can help to maintain synchronization. So whatever this additional pulse synchronization can be done very easily. The DC component is half that of the unipolar NRZ. Now, what is NRZ? Non-return to zero. As it is returning to zero, NRZ is non-return to zero. It will remain as data, whatever the data is there. So it is NRZ non-return to zero. So the DC component is half of that of the unipolar. So this DC component will be half. That is again advantage. What is the disadvantage? So the disadvantage of this unipolar NRZR, we will. So here it requires twice as much bandwidth as unipolar NRZ. Disadvantage with response to this. Now here it will come back to 0. So bandwidth for RZ return to 0 will be the higher, frequency is higher. So the long sequence of zeros can still cause loss of synchronization in the receiver. So this is I'm comparing with respect to NRZ, non-return to 0. So here you can see the 2 zeros are there. So the long period is there. If there are 4 0, 5 zeros are there, so there is a possibility to lose the synchronization. So this is what one of the disadvantage. Then there is still a significant DC component. So some power is still wasted and AC coupling is still a problem. So the DC component is comparatively high, and what this AC coupling is the problem. So this is what return to 0. Now we will go for next, that is non-return to 0. That is NRZ. Okay. So this is what linear coding. So we are going for the return to 0. And unipolar, this is what the unipolar. Bipolar means simply instead of this positive, and it will go to the negative. Okay. Return to 0, so it is not bipolar. So here non-return to 0. So non-return to 0, the unipolar NRZ. And again, bipolar we will discuss. So what is there in the unipolar NRZ? In the unipolar signal scheme, all non-zero signaling element have the same polarity. Either they are all positive or they are all negative. So this is unipolar. So here non-return to 0 means this is what your TTL data. And unipolar NRZ, it will not return to 0. So same as your data. So this is 0, again 1, 0, 0, 0. So same as what our general representation, it is same. So that is called NRZ, unipolar NRZ. Unipolar, you can see it is 0 and positive. So it is in the only positive half. So it is unipolar NRZ. We will see what are the advantages. So it is simple to implement, require relative low bandwidth. So as compared to NRZ, the bandwidth is low. And there are some disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? There is significant DC component, which means that the power is wasted due to hitting of the wire in the transmission line. It also means that the channel link must be DC coupled because AC coupled lines will reject the signal's DC component. So here coupling, we require a DC coupling, and as as this is 1 1 1, if there is a train of 1, so then it is continuously high voltage, it continuously the positive DC. So the DC channel, DC signal will be the more, and it may hit up the whatever the channel link is there. Then there is no mechanism for embedding a clock signal into a line code. Long sequence of ones or zeros can cause loss of synchronization at the receiver due to absence of the voltage transmission. Means what? Now, if there is a here the clock is there, the synchronization is better in the RZ, return to 0. But here it is not that much. If there is a continuous zero, continuous long train of the 0, then synchronization, there is a possibility that you may lose the either 0 or 1, you may lose the synchronization. So these are the disadvantages. Now, similar to this unipolar, there is a bipolar. So what is the difference in the bipolar? So as in the bipolar, so this is positive pulse, and this is what the 0. So in the bipolar, you just return to 0. Okay, so it is negative, then it is return to 0, and if there is no change, so it will remain same. So this if 0, then 0 remains same. If there is 1, so it will be this way. If there is 0, this way, positive side. If there is 1, then negative, this negative pulse, this represent the 1, this represent 1, and this represent 0, this represent 0, this represent 0, this represent. So here the proper synchronization is there. So the upper half, it represent zeros, the lower it represent the ones. Simple, you can see here the 1. Okay, so this 1 represent here, this 1 represent here, this 1 represent here, this 1 represent, and these zeros represent. So if there is a continuous train of zeros or ones, there is no problem. Here there is a what continuous synchronization. So the things, the bipolar RZ return to 0. So sorry, this is bipolar RZ return to 0. Okay, so bipolar RZ. So every time it is returning to 0. Bipolar RZ, every time it is returning to 0. And this is bipolar NRZ. So if you will see the bipolar NRZ, so again voltage is positive and negative. So for 1 it is negative, 1 it is negative, 1 again negative. So it is not returning to the 0. It is for the complete period, it is remaining that. It is remaining there. So this is what the what you can say, it is the bipolar non-return to 0 NRZ. So simple technique. If you will see this 1, so it is represented by the negative 1, it's represented by negative 1 1 represented by negative 1 1 represented by negative. So simply, if you put this table in front of you, just remember that what the mechanism is there, and accordingly we can go ahead. Then the next is somewhat unique, which is of the practical application. So it is called the Manchester encoding. So we will just see that what is this Manchester encoding. Anyone can read this, so I'll get some help. I want. Yes, you can read.
Manchester encoding. Manchester encoding is a widely used line coding scheme that embeds timing information in the transmitted signal. It does this by ensuring that there is transition high to low or low to high in the middle of every bit time, making it easy for the receiver to retrieve the clock signal from the incoming bit stream and maintain synchronization with the transmitted signal. The trade-off is much higher bandwidth. The trade-off is a much higher bandwidth requirement than the other line coding schemes we have seen so far. A logic high binary 1 is represented by a positive pulse with a period of half a bit time followed by a negative pulse of the same duration. Similarly, a logic low binary 0 consists of a negative pulse followed by a positive pulse, each with a period of half a bit time. Essentially, the receiver looks for a transition in the middle of each bit time. A positive to negative transition is interpreted as a binary 1 and a negative to positive transition is interpreted.
Okay, so very good. So whatever this paragraph, can you correlate with this? So here, what it is said here, a logic low, that is binary 0 consists of negative pulse followed by a positive pulse. Negative pulse followed by a positive pulse. We will just check. A logic low, that is binary 0, consists of negative pulse followed by a positive pulse. binary 0, this is binary 0. So you can see the binary 0 here. So here binary 0 start here. So the first is the negative pulse and followed by a positive pulse. So here a negative pulse, it is there and followed by a positive pulse. So it is okay here. And again for the 0, negative pulse followed by a positive pulse. So we will see for the 1. So for the 1, what it is said, it is the positive pulse. So here it is the positive pulse followed by a negative pulse. So continuously there is a change. So only the variation. So in the entire pulse here, if you will see the entire, so this is the entire pulse duration. So here for this interval, you can say for the 1, the positive pulse followed by a negative pulse. And for 0, starting with negative pulse followed by a positive pulse. So this way, the continuous thing is there and it is the binary. So this is the, what you can say, the Manchester. So this is what a Manchester coding. So this Manchester is practically used, how it is and why it is, that we will just see. Okay. Now we will go for the differential Manchester. Can you read it again? Differential Manchester.
Yes.
Huh.
Differential Manchester. Manchester encoding suffers from the problem that if a signal gets inverted, that is, changes polarity whilst in transit, it is transformed from one convention to the other, leading to polar ambiguity. The receiver will interpret once as 0 and vice versa. The problem can be overcome by using a variant of Manchester encoding called differential Manchester encoding. Whereas Manchester encoding could be described as combination aspects of polar RZ and NRZL. Differential Manchester is more like a combination of RZ and NRZ1.
Next paragraph, please.
In the middle of each bit time, but there is only a transition at the start of a bit if the bit will be logic high, that is binary 1. There is no transition at the start of the bit time if the bit will be logic low, that is binary 0. It is the presence or absence of a transition at the beginning of a bit time that signifies what logic state and bit represents. Neither the direction of the transition nor the actual voltage level on the line during the bit time have any significance in this respect. This means effectively that if a signal gets inverted, it still represents the same bit pattern.
Okay, so it is simply there is only transition at the start of the bit time if the bit will be a long high, that is the binary one. So we'll just check. So this is what a data, this is what a signal, and this is what inverted. So this is actual. So if one, then it will be 1 and there is a change and there is it remain constant, so 0 0, and again it will go to back, and this is what for the 1 it is high, for the 1 it is high, for the 1 it is high, for the 1. Now here if there is a train, now you can see here 1 1, so there is the pulse here, transition is there, there is 0 0, so here if that is changing, if it is changing here, then there is no transition, and here this is what the inverted. So this is called the differential, this is what differential Manchester, same as the Manchester. So this is differential Manchester coding. So this is what the coding techniques, and these coding techniques we require. And if you will understand and learn, so we can draw it, then we can understand it very easy.